All right, guys. I'm still sitting in my car here, but I wanted to bring you guys another another video, because I got to tell you, I'd be hard pressed to get on a damn airplane today, especially with airplanes falling apart. You got the Boeing 737 Max 9, got the damn door falling off. You got people doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It's a crazy world that we're living in right now, and it's dangerous. You got to be careful. You got to be safe. You got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to stay frosty, but you can't stay frosty on an airplane unless you figure out how to carry on an airplane. And I just saw another crazy story. One of them was actually how somebody had a razor knife wrapped up in their arm in a bandage that the TSA found. Fortunately, the TSA is finding these things, fortunately. But I don't know what the future is going to hold when they get rid of the TSA agents and they just have these self-checkout little kiosks that you go through for TSA. I don't know if that's going to make things safer or less safe. Theoretically, you know, with a human, you can have human error. With AI and computers and technology, I don't know. And now, unrelated to the TSA, the safety of the TSA, but now Michelle Sheevan, she had a clothing tag from, this is a receipt here, but she had like a little closing tag, and it's just a little piece of paper, and inside of it she goes, I can feel the security magnet on the inside. So I think that's what we're going to see, is we're going to see more of these hidden security features built into products, so that AI and computers and technology and self-scanning technology and passageways and walkthroughs and RFID and NFC, they can scan your entire body. Now, let's not worry about how much radiation this is going to emit, but that's besides the point. The simple fact of the matter is that Sam's Club is moving to no longer checking your basket when you leave. They're just going to have you walk through this little gate and it'll check you. So be excited. This is advancements in technology. This is the future. But how will that work at the airport? I don't know. But it says that the TSA finds a record number of guns at airport checkpoints, and 93% of them were loaded. So for the third year in a row, according to CNN, a record number of airline passengers' guns were intercepted by airport security officers before those weapons could make it aboard a flight, fortunately. But the threat was still there. They were trying. Airport security officers prevented passengers from carrying more than 6,700 prohibited guns onto airplanes in 2023. According to the TSA, Transportation Security Administration, the TSA said 93% of the 6,737 firearms found by its security officers at checkpoints were, in fact, loaded. Hot. Condition 1. The previous record for intercepted firearms at airports was set in 2022 with 6,542. So can you guys guess where we're going to end up for 2024? Meanwhile, firearms stopped at checkpoints with a number that surpassed the previous record in 2021. So we are now 3 years in a row of exceeding the previous year's record. Last year, TSA screened more than 858 million people, which indicates the agency intercepted 7.8 firearms per million passengers, a drop from 8.6 per million passengers in 2022. So per capita, it's down. And they said that we are still seeing far too many firearms at TSA checkpoints. And what's particularly concerning is the amount of them loaded, presenting an unnecessary risk to everyone at the TSA checkpoint. The TSA administrator, David, said on Wednesday, which if you're going to have a firearm, you're going to have a gun and it's not loaded. What good is a gun, really? Now, is it ready to be fired? Is it chambered? Granted, this is a semi-automatic weapon with a magazine, not a clip, magazine. And or if you had like a revolver or something, well, then that's a little bit different depending on the action of that handgun, of that weapon. But I don't know why, but every now and then my GoPro, it stops counting the time, and then I get worried that my video's not recording, so I have to stop it, and then it repairs the file. I don't know why it's doing that. I need to look it up. But there's a right and the wrong way to carry a firearm on or to get a firearm onto an airplane and it's not in your checked bag, okay? And it says that firearms and ammunition are strictly prohibited in carry-on baggage. Passengers are only allowed to travel with an unloaded firearm, and only if they pack it properly in a locked, hard-sided case in their checked baggage and first declare it to the airline at the check-in counter. And when a firearm is detected at a security checkpoint, officers immediately contact local law enforcement, who remove the passenger and the firearm from the checkpoint area. The TSA said, depending on local laws, a law enforcement officer could arrest or cite the passenger, and TSA does not confiscate firearms, and the TSA warns passengers who bring a gun to a checkpoint face a fine of up to $15,000, ineligible for the pre-check expedited screening program, and potential criminal charges. So, yeah, man, crazy stuff, folks, crazy times. Some of these are negligent. Some of these are accidental. Some of these are, just slipped my mind. I don't know how that could be possible, but I guess we have to give folks the benefit of the doubt. And here we are, and the rain seemingly has stopped. Maybe we're in the clear, who knows? But let me know, have you guys ever been in an airport at TSA checkpoint and seen somebody get caught with a gun? How did that go down? And what do you think would happen when they go through these new self-service, self-checkout little scanners at the TSA station, and they have guns on them, and they get found out there? But hey, these are the warning signs that we've been talking about. These are the things we need to pay attention to, be cognizant of, be ready for, be prepared for. Pay attention, keep your head on the swivel. Watch your six, stay frosty, because it's only going to get worse. Got to stay ready, got to stay prepared, and anything at any time. People are, again, their mind is elsewhere. More than likely, they're concerned, they're worried about the state of the economy, they're worried about their own personal finances, they're worried about their connecting flight, they're worried about whether or not they'll be able to get a rental car when they land, because the rental car system has been completely shut down and they can't get a rental car, or the only rental car that they can get is a battery powered EV like a Tesla or something. Nobody wants that. So crazy times, crazy stuff. Got to stay alert, got to stay aware, got to have a backup plan, have a plan B. And also pay attention to your firearms. Know where they are at all times. Know what condition they're in at all times. Practice safe operation, safe handling. Otherwise, it's not really going to be any good to you to have it when you need it, rather than needing it and not having it. But if you don't know how to operate and carry it safely and effectively, then you're going to be a danger. We're going to be more of a danger and more harm than you could possibly be good. You guys, with that being said, be good, and I'll see you on the next one.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence, but I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake